control. All of the broken people, all of the people thrown overboard. They always try to shame us, but they don't speak the language. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. Fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is grown mad. If we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is gone mad. And we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. They say that I'm reckless because I'm relentless. They spit on my face and crush on my name and taking my life in vengeance. Yeah, you could try and blame us and try and take what's sacred, but we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. Fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is grown mad. If we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is gone mad. And we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. It's time that you know. It doesn't matter if the world is gone mad. If we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. We were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. Red alert, time, shine a light down. On the front is cooking. In my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. You got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior, hates to love and loves to hate. I have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to your fate.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Crew with WWE Wrestling Talk Show with Reese Rock Jones and
Sean Randy Smith. And it's a little bit delayed show, this one.
yes, we are here slightly later than we originally planned to bring you the results and reaction to WWE's Super Showdown and our notes and thoughts of Smackdown 1000.
Which happened 2 weeks ago.
Starting with Super Showdown, which took place from the Melbourne Cricket Ground in Australia. This show was, for lack of a better term, a glorified house show.
Pretty much.
A fun night full of decent and good wrestling, but nothing really happened.
Not alright.
Apart from in the main event, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
The show kicked off with the Smackdown Tag Team Championship match between The New Day
Rock
and The Bar in Cesaro and Sheamus. These two teams have been going back and forth recently.
They have been.
However, I don't think anyone really expected a title change here.
No.
And anyone who said that would be proved right, because due to not a backstabber into a double stomp combination onto Cesaro, the New Day would retain the tag team titles for all of a week and a half.
That's where Smackdown 1000 comes in.
Yes, because these two teams would face again on Smackdown 1000 for the Smackdown Tag Team Championships, where Cesaro and Sheamus managed to find an equalizer, shall we say?
In the way of the world's largest athlete.
Yes, when Big Show decided to make his presence felt and in fact nullify the third man advantage of the New Day. What business it was of Big Show to get involved in this match, I do not know. However, the man has had more face and heel turns than anyone else in the company. Want someone to turn heel? Big Show will do it. Want someone to turn face? Big Show will do it.
That always seems to be the case.
The second match on the card had a little bit more of a storyline behind it, and of course led a little bit into what we come up with on Sunday, when Becky Lynch would face Charlotte Flair in a rematch for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, we all know here the champion's advantage. The champion cannot change hands on a count count-out or disqualification. And after going back and forth for some time, that proved to be the case because Becky Lynch decided to grab the Women's Championship, say I'm out of here, tried to escape.
But, that didn't work.
Yes, and then, but she was put into the figure 8 leg lock, managed to grab the championship,
And use it as a weapon across the midsection of Charlotte's leg.
which caused the referee to disqualify Becky Lynch and award the victory to Charlotte, which meant that Charlotte won but did not win the title for the reason we just said. On Smackdown, episode 999, they would have a rematch, but with the stipulation that if Becky Lynch got disqualified, she would lose the championship. I think I've got that right.
Correct.
However, this match would end in a double countout,
Yeah.
which would then lead into a match being made at WWE's All Women's Pay-Per-View Evolution, where there will be last woman standing.
Now, I bet you're wondering, have we heard this kind of matches before? Well, the answer is yes.
Yes, but it's taking place in NXT and not the main roster. Basically, this is a women's version of a last man standing match.
Basically, that's correct.
You have to incapacitate your opponent, who then they cannot answer the referee's count of 10.
Correct.
Next we go to a tag team match in which Elias and Kevin Owens would team up to face Bobby Lashley
Yeah.
and everyone's favourite John Cena.
Who came out with a very unusual haircut.
Came out with a new haircut and he did a new signature move, or should we say?
Yeah.
Because we all in a relatively short tag team match, because this was a short match. We had a 5-knuckle shuffle,
Correct.
attitude adjustment, and a 6 move of doom, which is basically a super punch
Something like that.
on Elias for the victory for Bobby Lashley and John Cena. After this, John Cena would cut a promo, which almost sounded like a retirement promo, but I highly doubt it was.
Yeah.
It was similar to a thank you promo that he cut after facing Triple H at the Greatest Royal Rumble. Also, side note, the next Monday, on Monday Night Raw, Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush would turn heel by attacking Kevin Owens and injuring his knee, which was done half in storyline to write him off TV, but half in real life because Kevin Owens does need to take time off for the knee injury.
So, to our knowledge, it's the first time that Kevin Owens has turned face in his career.
Yes, that was a double turn. Whilst Lashley turned heel, it turned Owens' face. Also, this past Monday night on Raw, Mr. Walk with Elias turned face by smacking Baron Corbin with a guitar.
Correct.
Next we go to a women's tag team match in which we kind of knew it was Asuka and Naomi teaming up to face the Iconics up with. I'm gonna keep this short because the Iconics are from Australia and this show was aired and taking place in Australia. We kinda knew the Iconics were going to win.
It was obvious, really. Absolutely obvious from the start of the show.
Next we go to a personal matter when AJ Styles would defend the WWE Championship against Samoa Joe in a no countdown to no disqualification match.
So this match, let's just say, was a very, very personal one.
Yes, because it took a while for the match to get underway. Because before the match, they fought on the entrance ramp, eventually managed to get to the ring. Then we had things like a moonsault reversed into a DDT for a near fall. The clotheslines for near fall, drop kicks.
Weapons being used.
Weapons being used for Carb Crusher. Coquina Cuts even.
But then came a critical moment in the match where Samoa Joe suffered an injury to his knee.
Yes, as the match progressed, Samoa Joe was given the target of his knee, and at the end of everything, it was the calf crusher that forced Samoa Joe to tap out, and means that AJ Styles is still the WWE Champion and is slowly approaching the 1 year mark as holding that championship. The longest reigning champion, or longest reigning WWE Champion, since the days of He Who Must Not Be Named.
Absolutely.
In WWE, that being CM Punk.
Yep, CM Punk.
Next we go on to some 6-woman tag team match when the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey teamed with the Bella Twins, Nikki and Brie. Thankfully, by the way, Brie didn't botch anything in this match.
Miracle.
To take on the Riot Squad of Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan.
Let's just cut this one short because we knew what was going to happen.
Yes, the Bella Twins were kind of there as outsiders, but what happened here was absolutely amazing because we had a double armbar on Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, which caused both of them to submit. However, the next Monday night on Raw,
Things will take a very shocking turn.
we had a rematch of this match, and also had the Bellas turn heel by attacking Ronda Rousey, which would ultimately set up the rumoured match and probably the main event match at Evolution when Ronda Rousey defends the Raw Women's Championship against Nikki Bella.
Correct. But then, obviously, the next night after that, Ronda Rousey cut probably one of the best promos in her career.
Are you referring to the one of I've been breaking down doors left, right and centre?
Yeah, that's the one.
The only door you broke down was the one to John Cena's bedroom, and he eventually threw you out of the same door. Savage.
And that's one of the best promos since he must not be named. CM Punk.
True, but she has apparently been getting help from a promo king, otherwise known as Paul Heyman.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the showdown.
In another feel-good moment, Australian-born Buddy Murphy took on Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight Championship, and I didn't know that Buddy Murphy was Australian.
He is, yeah.
But we saw the title change here, and Buddy Murphy would become the new Cruiserweight Champion, which I can kind of see because Alexander's held the championship since WrestleMania.
Correct.
So we shall move on to the next one. 6-man tag team match when Braun Strowman and the current I should say, Raw Tag Team Champions of Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre would face the Shield and Dean Ambrose, the Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins, and the then, and we will explain that, Universal Champion Roman Reigns.
Now, there was a little bit of miscommunication in the Shield in this match.
There's always miscommunication in the Shield, but this was chaotic. Things six man always are. We had a spear through the barricade, Superman punches, triple powerbomb through the announce table, or one of them.
Yeah, you name it, we had everything.
Dirty deeds. The Shield would win the match due to Ambrose hitting Dirty Deeds on Ziggler. We had a rematch on Raw, but in which the Shield would lose, but that's not the story here. This past Monday night on Raw, it was revealed that Roman Reigns, real name Joseph,
Joe Anawahi,
yes, is once again suffering from leukemia and is now forced to vacate the Universal Championship.
which has got a lot of people off guard.
Yeah. And yet there are some people saying that this is just a work to get him cheered. People, WWE are not heartless people. They would not come up with something like this or do something like this to get a man over.
You can't, and also you can't face disease like this.
And then as if that wasn't mind-blowing enough, in the main event, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins took on Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And due to a little bit of assistance from Braun Strowman, who had turned face a week before after being attacked by Drew McIntyre, would win the Raw Tag Team Championships, only for Mr. Ambrose to go heel.
Yes, literally out of nowhere.
Isn't that your trick?
I know, but it seems that Dean Ambrose seems to have nicked a little place in my playbook.
So it will be interesting to see what the future holds with the Tag Team Championships now. I mean, you can't have Tag Team Champions with one man as a face, the other man as a heel. Do you put the titles back on Ziggler and McIntyre? Or the Revival, or the Office of Pain, or B team, who knows?
But either way, we'll see what happens with that one.
The penultimate match before the main event was the match which practically everyone was looking forward to. It was a number one contenders match for the WWE Championship, in which the winner would face AJ Styles at Crown Jewel.
So, let's see how this match went.
Well, this was Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. We all know the history there.
Absolutely.
And for those who have questioned and almost mocked John Cena versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania, this was almost the exact same thing.
Yeah, almost.
Because we had a bit of momentum from The Miz. The Miz stole the running knee from Daniel Bryan, but was caught in after going for the skull crushing finale, was caught in a small package, and the referee counted for 3 count, which means this match lasted all of 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
Yes, so that means that Daniel Bryan is number one contender to AJ Styles' WWE Championship at Crown Jewel.
This is if he actually goes to Crown Jewel, because there's a whole lot of controversy surrounding that event. The event has been confirmed as going forward, but whether everyone makes the trip, we don't know.
But anyway, on to the main event of the showdown.
Being built as the last time ever, Triple H, being accompanied by Shawn Michaels, would go one-on-one with The Undertaker, being accompanied by the big lead Mayor Kane. Now, I do not know when this match was made a no disqualification match.
It was announced prior to the ring bell.
But that's what we got. And we got, in classic fashion, we got a sledgehammer.
Yep.
We got switching music.
We got a steel chair.
We got Kane getting involved. But due to a little bit of help from Shawn Michaels,
The winner of the match was?
the winner of the match, after hitting the pedigree, was Triple H. And there was a show of respect afterwards. However, The Undertaker and Kane would turn the tables and attack Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and put Shawn Michaels through the announce table. Which means, as a result of this, for the first time in 8.5 years from when he lost to The Undertaker at WrestleMania 26 in the career-ending match, Shawn Michaels will come out of retirement for the Crown Jewel pay-per-view, when the Brothers of Destruction, in Undertaker and Kane, will face the Generation X.
At Crown Jewel, if it still goes ahead.
And when you think about it, how in over history have these two teams never gone at it before?
You answer that, but here's the answer.
So that does it for the Super Showdown. It was essentially a glorified house show, but sometimes those are the best shows to have. Now, as to Smackdown 1000, this was a very over-publicized, a sort of under-delivered show,
pretty much was that.
We had Truth TV open up with R-Truth and Carmella. I mean, that pairing came out of nowhere.
Pretty much.
They were then interrupted with, we had Stephanie McMahon, who actually has the right to be there because she was once general manager of Smackdown. We had Shane McMahon, and even Vince McMahon made an appearance for the first time since he was given the beatdown by Kevin Owens.
Yes, and he definitely looks alright for his age, I'll tell you now.
We had backstage appearances by Vicky Guerrero and Teddy Long.
And John Laurinaitis.
As we've already said, we had new tag team champions with a little bit of help from the Big Show.
We also had the ring return of Evolution.
Yes, why Evolution made an appearance on this, I'm not 100% sure because they were always a Raw faction. However, the rumour is that it's to slowly build to a rumoured WrestleMania match between Triple H and Batista.
Yes, because Batista did say something that did struck a nerve with Triple H.
But the big story, I would say, coming out of SmackDown 1000 was the return, the official company return of Rey Mysterio.
Yes, it was last seen in the WWE since...
Well, the last time he competed in the WWE was the Greatest Royal Rumble, but now he's actually under contract with the WWE. So those were really the key standout points from SmackDown 1000.
But we have a very special pay-per-view which we'll get to in another show called Evolution.
Yes, we might even get to that in a couple of minutes. If not, we'll get to it tomorrow. Until then, he's been
Sean Randy Smith and he's been
Reese Jones.
Till then, see you at Evolution.